Good evening, everybody. So today, thank you, Yoda. Today's been a super long day. I'm super glad I got my workout. Thank you, Buddha. Super glad I got my workout done first thing, because today was one of those crazy days where if I didn't work out right at the beginning, there's no way it would have happened. And that's what I'm learning to do, is make my workout a priority by getting it done first thing in the morning. Because I don't know if you guys have ever seen the lesson where they have a bunch of rocks and a jar. There's huge rocks, and then there's medium-sized rocks, and there's little tiny pebbles or sand as the smallest. And they show you, if you pour the sand in first, you can't fit the medium or large rocks into the jar. But if you put the big rocks in with the medium rocks filled in into the jar, and then you dump the sand in, the sand fills in the cracks and you can fill everything into the jar. And so the lesson, of course, is that if we make the bigger things, the big rocks, the priority, and we put those first, then the little things that go crazy throughout the day, or the less important things, will fill in the cracks. And that's the way that you can get everything done, is by identifying those main priorities. And for me, taking care of my one vehicle that I get through this life is a top priority. So getting it done in the morning makes it happen. I do feel like getting up super early affected me a little bit today, because I'm still, acclimating to it. And I have experienced the symptoms of ADHD in my life at times. And I've done a lot to overcome those symptoms with behavioral changes and working on my mind, and also accepting that there's not something wrong with me, but that my mind is actually awesome and just works different from other people. Not worse or better, maybe a little better. But, just that I think differently, which is fine. But, oh man, I had a rough day today with experiencing some symptoms of my ADD. And quite a few times I forgot what I was doing. I spaced out. I got stuck on something like tunnel vision, to where I was kind of obsessed and I couldn't move on with the other things I needed to do until I could figure it out. And I could tell my ADD was acting up today, and I was like, great. And the culmination came when I went to give a meeting that I was doing, and the notes I took, I know I took them in my office, sitting right at my desk. I couldn't find them. And I know I didn't take them anywhere. And I looked through every single paper and every single notebook and everything, and it just literally was like it disappeared. And I was like, what the crap? I knew I was having an ADD day, but this is bad. And you know what? ADD has caused confidence issues in my life in the past. I told myself I could never own my own business because of my ADD. But you know what? That's not true. I can do it. I am doing it. And yes, thank you, Buddha. At times, I might have to find ways to overcome obstacles in a different way. But that doesn't mean that I can't do it. I will do it. And there's even been times where I thought to myself, and this is, kind of vulnerable to share, but it has happened not too long ago, actually, where I made a mistake on something, or I wasn't doing everything I thought I should be doing, and the saboteur or inner critic came out and said, you're not going to really be able to function at the high levels that you want to and be super successful in your businesses because you have brain damage from drug use. And if I actually believed that, I wouldn't be trying to do the things I'm doing. My therapist, who I went to for 5 years and who told me I was completely healed and no longer needed therapy, told me, well, she did some tests on me to specifically determine if I had brain damage or not. And what we determined was that I do not have any brain damage, but that I do have some trauma-related memory loss. So sometimes, like, my stepmom will ask me, actually I'm going to call her my bonus mom because I like that better. My bonus mom will ask me, oh, do you remember so-and-so neighbors from down the street, like in the neighborhood we grew up in? And I'm like, no. She's like, you went to their house, you played with their kids, like they were in our church. I'm like, don't remember them. Or things just that you would think I would remember from the past. I just don't. I've even had my friends say like, oh, remember when we did this? And I'm like, I don't remember that. They're like, we went here, you said this, we did that. I'm like, sorry, I don't remember. So I do have some memory loss, but absolutely no brain damage. And the memory loss has to do with the past, not really current. Of course, if my ADD acts up, it doesn't help. But the bottom line is, guys, I'm not going to listen to those things. Those things are not going to stop me. Okay? Nothing is going to stop me. I'm going to push hard every single day, and I'm going to do this. So, you know, I was a little frustrated at the end of the day. I felt like I had a bad ADD day and that I kind of fell short today. But you know what? I didn't. I did a great job. I did my workout and I got a lot of other things done, and I still taught piano, and I still think I had a good day. So even though I don't feel like doing my stretches, I'm going to. And that was a large in part. I kind of forgot that I had to do it. No surprise with the ADD. And my awesome husband, Dan, was like, honey, you have to do your stretches. I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, come on, it's only going to take 10 minutes. I'm like, okay. So having support at home is huge. All right, guys. At the risk of talking the night away, I'm going to get started. But I just wanted to share some of my, innermost thoughts that take place sometimes when I feel like I'm struggling. So, all right, everybody, have a great night. I'll see you. Actually, I'm sleeping in tomorrow because it's Saturday. So I'll see you bright and early Monday morning, and you'll probably see me throughout the weekend. Bye. Okay, I did it. I completed my 10th stretch and workout and getting up at 5 a.m. 5 days in a row. So it's week 2 and I'm proud of myself. Super tired. Totally appreciate you guys and all of your positive comments. And sorry to have my foot all in your face. Okay, there we go. And everybody have a great weekend. See you Monday.